Hello everybody, so we're back again. This is the drain and the waste vent for my parents' kitchen. And this is a three-way where we fixed a leak many years ago, but as you'll see somewhere in this video, I'm going to show that the inner portion of it is actually corroded out and it's leaking into the walls. It's creating problems again. So it's about 40 inches away from the kitchen drain right there. And so I'm gonna, rather than cut the CMU inside the house, I'm gonna work outside and just cut the outside wall. All right. So we punch probing holes right here, right at where the junction is. And we measured 40 inches level. So we're gonna cut out a window in the outside block wall and work from the outside so we won't have to mess up the inside any further than it already is. All right, outside of the house, we cut a hole, a window in the CMU block, and this is where the junction, what the junction point looks like from the outside. All right, so we're gonna turn on the water, see where it's leaking. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So we're going to do our best to replace as much of this as possible today. We cut out relief holes below it to keep the water from going elsewhere. So this is the outside view of the kitchen drain. What we're going to do is, it was leaking right here, we fixed this, and then eventually the leak kept working itself this way. So if you look at the mirror, you'll see the bottom, notice there's a big hole right there, gaping hole. And even as you progress this way, there's a pinhole right there. Now, over time, because liquid sits at the bottom of the pipe, the ion starts eroding. And, after 40 years, this is what happens. All right, so I'm going to cut it right here. And we're going to replace this entire stretch. So that's the reason why the drain was leaking. And now we're left with this. There's a three-way drainage waste vent here. The vent goes up and the rest goes down. And this, I actually don't know what diameter that is. This feels like a 2-inch. I think standard is 1.5 inches, but that feels like a 2-inch pipe. So I'm gonna go to the hardware store and get parts, and we're gonna create a clean out right here. So when we have to, in the future, when we have to snake the system, we won't have to go up to the roof. All right, we're back. So we've measured out the part that we need. We cut it to length. And now the next step is actually installing the transition adapter. I made the mistake of not doing this and I ran out of room. So what we're going to do is we're going to sleeve this into the copper. They're both 1.5. Oh, it's 1.25, but outer diameter. All right, no matter. So we're going to sleeve it and then install the pipe. Welcome back, everybody. This is the next day, and this is what we ended up doing with the corroded copper pipe. It's 1.5 inches. Changed to schedule 40. We put a clean out right there so we won't have to go on the roof every time it backs up. Hopefully it'll never happen again. And we had to open 2 portholes because this is where the drain comes out of the kitchen. So we had to replace this entire thing for this weekend project. Anyway, so now it's back to patching up walls and all that fun stuff. So if this ever happens to you, uh, get a plumber, or if you can't get a plumber, it is doable. All right, a little elbow grease and a little time. All right, good luck. Bye bye. All right, day 3. This is the porthole we cut out. We put some foam in there to kind of give the pipe a little bit of bracing. And for the big hole here, we did the same. So the pipe, when we're butting up against the back of the pipe with a plumbing snake, the foam will create a resistance to buffer the impact force. All right, so next step, concrete patching.